Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome your Reddies. In right field, number 5, Jacob Gall. Center field, number 7, Tadarius Hawkins. At left field, number 27, Alan Hall. At first base, number 25, Hunter Merrill. At second base, number 8, Alex Morgan. Your shortstop, number 1, Matt Evans. At third base, number 12, A.J. Cruzel. Catching today, number 11, Jared Gage. And on the mound, number 30, Luke Tebbets. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, we ask that you please stand. Gentlemen, please remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. A very pleasant good evening, everybody, from Clydeberry Field on the campus of Henderson State University. It's Henderson State Ready Baseball as they take on Arkansas Tech in the first of a 3-game Great American Conference Series. Hello, everyone. I'm Troy Mitchell, bringing you the play-by-play action of today's game as the Reddies and Wonder Boys come in with identical 2-1 records after Henderson State took 2 of 3 last week from Harding, and Arkansas Tech took 2 of 3 from Ouachita Baptist. Reddies 5-8 on the year, has a 221 team average, but the pitching performance last weekend has been solid for the Reddies. And on the mound for Henderson State today is Luke Tebbets, the big right-hander, with a solid 2.31 earned run average, 1-1 on the season, 23 in the third innings of work. He has struck out 17 batters. He is making the Friday night start here in the first of this 3-game series. Doubleheader tomorrow begins at noon here at Clydeberry Field. The starting lineup for Arkansas Tech features the center fielder number 3, Marcus Wilson. Batting second is shortstop number 15, Colin O'Neill. In right field, number 36, Josh Watkins. At first base, number 20, Kyle Love. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 45, Caleb Warden. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 26, Mark Vaughn. In the 7th hole, the second baseman, number 2, Dylan McDearman. In the 8th hole, the catcher, number 7, Blake King. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 14, Parker Odell. The Reddies by position in right field will be number 5, Jacob Gall. In center field, Tadarius Hawkins, Alan Hall. In left field, at first base, Hunter Mayall. The second baseman, number 8, Alex Morgan. The shortstop, number 1, Matt Evans. Third baseman, A.J. Cruzel. Behind the plate, number 11, Jared Gage. And like we said on the mound, Luke Tebbets, a 2.31 earned run average, and he's going to face Marcus Wilson to start things off. Wilson hitting .230 on the season for the Wonder Boys, the left-handed hitter for Arkansas Tech. Tebbets' first delivery, just a bit outside for ball 1. Your umpires today, Brandon Bennett and Daniel Rios, a 2-man crew for this Great American Conference Series. The 1-0 pitch inside, and now it's 2-0. For the sign, and now the 2-0 swung on. A little chopper to A.J. Cruzel. He's going to have to barehands it. There's no throw as the speedy Wilson is down to first with the infield single. That'll bring up the shortstop, number 15, Colin O'Neill. O'Neill hitting .364 on the season. 5 RBIs, a double, and 16 hits. And Tebbets' first delivery, fly ball in foul territory. Hunter Mayall makes the move over and he'll make the catch in front of the Arkansas Tech dugout for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the right fielder, Josh Watkins. Watkins hitting .340 for the Wonder Boys. And the first pitch, low for ball one. Wilson at first base with the infield single to lead things off. Gets his lead, a big lead. Tebbets looks over. Now he'll kick and fire. There goes Wilson. The throw down to second base, and a nice gun by Jared Gage down to Matt Evans for the caught stealing, and now there's two away. So 2-0 count on the batter, Watkins. And now the delivery from Tebbets. High fly, foul ball, out of play. Nobody will get this one. So 2-1 count. Another one fouled away. And now we're even up at 2-2. Chopper down to the first baseman, Hunter Mayall, and he'll make the play. And that'll do it for Arkansas Tech. No runs on one hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We move to the bottom half of the first inning. Arkansas Tech 1, Henderson State coming to bat. Back here at Clydeberry Field as we move to the bottom half of the first inning. Let's go down the ready lineup as the left fielder Alan Hall will lead things off. Batting second will be Hunter Mayall, the first baseman. In the three-hole, after sitting out last weekend due to injury, Jordan Taylor back. He'll be in the designated hitter spot. Batting fourth will be A.J. Cruzel at third base. Batting fifth, Tadarius Hawkins. Batting sixth, the catcher number 11, Jared Gage. Batting seventh, the second baseman number 8, Alex Morgan. Will bat seventh. In right field, number 5, Jacob Gall will bat eighth, and batting ninth will be Matt Evans as Alan Hall steps to the plate for the Reddies. Hitting .294 on the season. The first pitch is outside for ball one. Zach Skelton, the pitcher for Arkansas Tech, will set the defense in a moment. Next pitch is outside corner for strike one. Skelton 1-1 on the season, 8.10 ERA. He's worked 10 innings, allowed 10 runs, 9 earned, and struck out 14 batters. The 1-1 outside for ball two, 2-1. Around the horn for Arkansas Tech, Kyle Love at first. Dylan McDermott at second, Colin O'Neill at short, as the next pitch is low for ball 3. Mark Vaughn, the third baseman. Blake King behind the plate. And right field's Josh Watkins. Center field, Marcus Wilson. Left field, Parker Odell. Catching is Blake King. Zach Skelton's 3-1 pitch is outside, and he's issued a walk to start things off for the Reddies. Alan Hall will trot down to first base. And that'll bring up Hunter Mayall. Slow start to the season for Hunter Mayall, hitting .222 on the season. But he finds a way to get on base, and a senior for Henderson State. He is the leader. The first pitch is outside for ball 1. Hunter Mayall with 3 doubles on the season, as King trots out to the mound to talk to Skelton. Mayall ranks 6th all-time in offensive walks with 74. The record is 103, so it tells you how much Mayall gets on base. Hall's taking his lead at first base, and the 1-0 outside. Oh no, late call, and it's a strike, so 1-1 count. A little delayed call. And now Skelton for his 1-1. Called strike 2. So 1-2 to the senior from Bryant, Arkansas. And the pitch swung on, chopped foul. And the count remains 1-2. Hall led off the inning with a walk. On deck for the Reddies is Jordan Taylor. Skelton's 1-2. Chopper right back up the middle, and that'll get through for a single. Rounding second was Hall, but he'll have to hold up as center fielder Marcus Wilson comes in and cuts it off in a hurry. And the Reddies are threatening here in the first inning with a walk and a single by Mayall to get things going here in this Great American Conference Series with Arkansas Tech. And that'll bring up Jordan Taylor. Taylor hitting .313 on the season. He's 10 of 32. 4 runs, 3 doubles, and a home run. Leads the team with 8 RBIs on the season. And there's a couple out there now as the left-handed hitter steps in. A sophomore hits a shot down the right field line. It's fair down the line. Rounding third is Hall. He'll score. Hunter Mayall will have to hold up at third, and Jordan Taylor in with a stand-up double. That ball laced right down the line and painted it. And the Reddies have a run here to start things off. And they lead it 1-0. And that'll bring up A.J. Cruzel for the Reddies. Cruzel hitting .277 on the year. First pitch to Cruzel was low for ball 1. He boosted his average to .277. He went 4 for 12 last weekend with 3 RBIs, and all 3 of those RBIs played a big part in Henderson's 2 wins against Harding. Cruzel also has a triple, total 6 runs batted in this year, and he takes the next pitch inside for ball 2. Runners on second and third. Taylor on second. Mayall at third. The Reddies already played a run. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the first inning. 1-0 Henderson State. 2-0 count on the batter, A.J. Cruzel, and he pops it up to left field. Going back is Parker Odell. Will it be deep enough? There goes Hall. He'll tag up. Mayall will score. And the Reddies are now on top by a score of 2-0 after the sacrifice fly by A.J. Cruzel. Darius Hawkins will step in, the center fielder for the Reddies, the senior, hitting .271 on the year. Hawkins leads the Great American Conference in stolen bases with 10 this year. The left-handed hitter will take the first pitch from Skelton and foul it back out of play. Hawkins, the senior from Commerce, Texas, Hawkins has already graduated. He's in graduate school. fifth-year senior for the Reddies. Here's the 0-1. Foul into the net. Now he's down the count 0-2. Hawkins changed his number this year. We're now wearing 7. That number was retired for several years. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed, and Hawkins will strike out swinging for the second out of the inning. Catcher Jared Gage will step in for the Reddies, hitting a $122. Looking to get the offense going for Gage. And he hits a shot to the second baseman, takes a bad hop, and we're going to roll that a base hit, and it'll score a run. Took a shot off the second baseman. It came up on him, and now the Reddies are on top by a score of 3-0. The ball was hard hit by Gage, and now Alex Morgan will come in. The ball took a bounce on the turf, hit Dearman up in the shoulder. And the pitch, there's another single right up the middle. Amo reaches. Now the Reddies have runners on first and second with 2 away. And the bats are alive here in Arkadelphia for Henderson State. The 4th hit of the inning. And Jake Gall will step to the plate, hitting .320 on the season. Gall, the leading hitter for the Reddies. 8 for 25, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs, but he has not have extra base hit yet this year. 2 runners, Morgan at first, Gage at second. The pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Three nothing. Henderson State leads it. Bottom half of the first inning. Low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clear skies here in Arkadelphia. Chilly temperature right now just hitting 50 degrees and dropping as time goes by. Supposed to be a beautiful afternoon tomorrow for the twin bill between these two teams. Here's the 1-1. In there, first strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of activity on the Henderson State campus tomorrow, the doubleheader baseball game, and then final basketball games of the season, final regular season games, as Henderson State plays Northwestern Oklahoma tomorrow afternoon. The pitch swung on as a ground ball to the first baseman. He'll take it himself, Kyle Love, and he'll step on the bag, and that'll do it for the Reddies in the bottom half of the first inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They leave a couple runners stranded after 1 inning of play. Henderson State 3, Arkansas Tech 0. We'll take a timeout and come back. You're listening to Henderson State Baseball. move to the top half of the second inning. Henderson State leads it by a score of 3-0 after the Reddies put together 4 hits in the inning. And the Reddies put up a crooked number to start things off. For Arkansas Tech, due up Love, Warden, and Vaughn. And Kyle Love, the first baseman, steps to the plate to face Tebbets. Love hitting .200 on the season, making his 5th start for the Wonder Boys. First pitch from Tebbets outside for ball 1. Love, a 235, 6'5" freshman from Blanchard, Oklahoma. He's all a bit of 235, no doubt. Next pitch outside for ball 2, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Inside and almost hit him. It's 3-0. Count. And the pitch from Tebbets. The complimentary strikes on the 3-0 pitch in there, and it's 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Foul out of play. Henderson State will be the host site for the Final Four of the Great American Conference Tournament, May 12th through the 14th, right here at Clyde Berry Field. A change in the tournament format this year. Tebbets with the 3-2 count on Love. He gets a sign from Gage. He kicks and fires in a deep fly ball left field, and that's out of here. He just tattooed that one as Love lifted it over the left field wall. It's Love's 2nd home run this year. He's a big freshman, be around for a while. Brings up the designated hitter, Caleb Warden. Warden hitting .250. He takes the first offering on the outside corner for strike 1. Warden, a 6'2", 220-pound junior from Frisco, Texas, transfer from Brookhaven College. The next pitch high, and the count now 1-1. So the Reddies score 3 runs in the bottom of the first. Arkansas Tech answers with 1 here in the top of the second on the home run by Love. Here's the 1-1. Swung on a miss for strike 2. Tebbets took something off of that one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tebbets shakes Gage off, and he gets the pitch he wants. Swung on and a base hit to left field. So Arkansas Tech bats coming alive here in the second inning after the Reddies put 3 on the board in the first, and that'll bring up Mark Vaughn. Vaughn hitting .245. A couple doubles, a home run, 9 RBIs on the year. Arkansas Tech comes in 6-7 on the year, 2-1 in the Great American Conference. Pitch in there for strike 1. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Arkansas Tech. 3, 4, and 0 for the Reddies. Runner at first is Warden after the base hit to left field. Tebbets looks back at first base. And now he'll kick and fire. Breaking ball high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reddies trying to win their 3rd straight. Took a doubleheader last Saturday at Harding. Here's the pitch high again, and it's 2-1. Tebbets being careful with Warden, or with Vaughn, after
giving up a home run and a single here in the second. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, base hit to the right side. Jacob Gall comes up with it, throws it in, and now 3 straight hits for Arkansas Tech. Now they have runners on first and second and nobody out. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Dylan McDearman. McDearman hitting .333 on the year, a pair of doubles, 7 for 21. Hunter Mayall, Jared Gage go out to the mound to talk to Tebbets. Head coach Dave Dawson wants to talk to his hitter. Reddies need it out right here. Just plated 3 runs, you don't want to give them back. Runner at first is Dearman, or at Vaughn. Runner at second is Warden. Dearman at the plate. Here's the pitch. In there for a called strike. Reddies in there all white. The red trim. Arkansas Tech in gray with the dark green trim. Tebbets looks for the sign from Gage. Now he steps off. Now the 0-1 delivery from Tebbets. Popped him up on the infield. That'll be an infield fly rule. The batter is out as Mayall will come over and make the play for the first out of the inning. Brings up the catcher, number 7, Blake King. King hitting .314 on the season. 11 for 35. He has a double and a home run as well. I could get a double play ball right here. That pitcher's best friend. Here's Tebbets' first offering. Outside for ball 1. Ballpark here at Clydeberry Field, 340 down the lines, 365 in the alleys, and 390 to dead center field. The 1-0 hits him, and now the bases are full of Wonder Boys. That brings up Parker Odell, the left fielder. Odell hitting .323 as Coach Cody Hooten will make the trip to the mound to talk to Tebbets. A lot of action today in the Great American Conference. All these games are final, played earlier today as Southeastern Oklahoma beat Southwestern Oklahoma 2-0. Northwest Oklahoma State defeated East Central 6-4. Southern Arkansas and Southern Nazareth are playing their doubleheader today. Southern Arkansas won the first game 6-1. They just started game 2. OBU beat Harding earlier today 4-1 over across the street. And Arkansas Monticello defeated Oklahoma Baptist by a score of 5-1. Monticello and Northwest Oklahoma both 3-1 on the season after today. Henderson and Arkansas Tech at 2-1. Then Oklahoma Baptist, Southwestern Oklahoma, Southern Arkansas, Southeastern Oklahoma, and OBU all at 2-2. East Central and Southern Nazarene at 1-3. Going into tonight's game here and the game at Southern Arkansas and Southern Nazarene. Now Tebbets to face Odell. Outside for ball 1. Bases loaded, nowhere to put Odell. Arkansas Tech looking for a big inning. Reddies need a double play. There's the 1-0. Swung on and missed for strike 1. One pitch from Tebbets. Swung on, fly ball to right field, but that'll go foul, and now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tebbets ahead of the hitter. Don't want to make a mistake here. Parker. King at first. Vaughn at second. Warden at third. Tech with 3 hits in the inning. The 1-2 from Tebbets. High, and it's 2-2. The 2-2. Swung on, base hit to left field. That'll plate 1 run. And everybody else will hold up as the 4th hit by Arkansas Tech here in the inning. Now we're back to the top of the lineup for Arkansas Tech as Marcus Wilson steps to the plate. Wilson led off the game with an infield single. Entered today hitting .326. Arkansas Tech now with 5 hits. And now the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. One pitch. Tried to break one off, and it's too high, and it's now 1-1. So 1 ball, 2 strike, or 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter Wilson. No action yet in the Henderson bullpen. Here's a pitch fouled out of play, and the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Base is full here in the top half of the second. Reddies lead at 3-2. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing, and they're going to appeal to the base umpire, and they say no, so in the count 2-2. So 2-2 to Wilson. Here's the delivery. Swung on and missed, struck him out. Just blew it by Wilson, and now there's 2 away. Colin O'Neill steps up. Popped up in foul territory to Hunter Mayle back in the first inning. Tebbets needs to reach back and get this out. Arkansas Tech to have the bases loaded here. Reddies lead at 3-2. Wonder Boys have already plated 2 runs in the inning. Here's the pitch. Just a bit outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Inside, and it's 2-0. Years ago, Arkansas Tech hosted the South Regional, or the Central Regional. Now a pitch outside for ball 3. One of the top teams last few years in the Great American Conference. Tebbets 3-0, and nowhere to put O'Neill. On the verge of walking in the tying run. In there for strike 1. Tebbets has to battle all the way back. See if O'Neill will take here. Here's that hitter's pitch, the 3-1 pitch, sitting dead red, and he drives it to the second baseman, Alex Morgan. He flips it to the shortstop, Evans, and that'll do it. So no more damage being done as the Reddies get out of it, allowing Arkansas Tech 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 3 runners stranded. We move to the bottom half of the second inning. Henderson State 3, Arkansas Tech 2. We'll take a timeout and come back with the Henderson bottom half of the second inning. Move to the bottom half of the second inning. Henderson State leads it by a score of 3-2. Matt Evans will step to the plate for the Reddies. Evans is senior for Henderson State, hitting 146. First pitch from Skelton High for ball 1. Fifth-year senior from Cabot, Arkansas. Attended Cabot High School. Here's the 1-0. In there for strike 1. So 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled, and it's 1-2 to Evans. These have Hall and May all due up here in the bottom half of the second inning. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3. Breaking ball inside and froze Evans, and that's the second strikeout by Skelton. That'll bring up Alan Hall, who led off the game with a walk. First pitch outside for ball 1. Next pitch high, and it's 2-0 to the junior from Fallon, Missouri. There's the 2-0. And that's outside, and it's 3-0. 3-0 count. So Paul trying to reach here for the second time. This pitch is in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Mayall on deck. Here's the 3-1. Skelton working quick. Called strike 2. So 3-2 count to Hall. Here's the payoff. Fouled out of play, and the count will remain 3-2. We'll do it all over again. Nice crowd on hand here at Clyde-Berry Field, the newly renovated Clyde-Berry Field. Here's the 3-2. Called strike 3. Hall thought it was ball 4. But the second straight strikeout looking by Skelton. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Hunter Mayall. Singled back in the first inning. Pitch downstairs for ball 1. Fouled out of play. And these two teams will play a pair of games tomorrow at noon. Then Henderson will play a non-conference game Tuesday night with the Bisons of Hardy. The 1-1 called strike two. And Henderson State will be home again next weekend with the Great American Conference Series. A 6 o'clock game next Friday with Southeastern Oklahoma as Skelton tries to work quickly and throws this pitch outside, and it's 2-2. Again, Friday at 6 o'clock with Southeastern Oklahoma, and then a doubleheader Saturday at noon. So 7 straight home games for the Reddies here. Here's the 2-2. High for ball 3, 3-2. Far cry, the Reddies will have more than 10 home games already in. Last year they only played 10 home games due to weather. But this new surface, and now Skelton strikes out Mayall. Third straight strikeout looking. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We've played 2. Henderson State 3, Arkansas Tech 2. We'll take a timeout and come back with the third inning here with Henderson State baseball from Clydeberry Field. We move to the third inning. Henderson State leading 3-2 as the field temperatures dropping swiftly here. Due up for Arkansas Tech is Watkins, Love, and Warden. This is the part of the lineup that did the damage back in the second inning. And now, Coach Cody Hooten and their plate umpire, Brandon Bennell, have a discussion. Watkins will step in. He grounded out to first base in the first inning. Talked about Arkansas Tech, the second best hitting team in the Great American Conference, entering the weekend. The first pitch in there for a strike. 7 players in the lineup hitting above 300 for the Wonder Boys. There's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. We'll see how Tebbets responds after that second inning. See if he can gain his composure. 0-2 pitch coming to Watkins. Swung on and missed for strike 3. No doubt about that one, as Watkins tried to hold up but couldn't. And Tebbets will record his first strikeout of the day. And that'll bring up Love, who hit a bomb back in the second inning over the left field fence. Been out about any ballpark. Again, only a freshman, 6'5", 235. Be playing linebacker for the Wonder Boys. Here's the 1-0. Outside, 2-0, and Tebbets being very careful with them. Here's the 2-0. Inside, 3-0. Here's a 3-0. Way outside. And Love will trot down to first base with a walk. That'll bring up Caleb Warden, who singled in the previous inning. Warden Warden, the left-handed hitter. Pitch away, and that's 5 straight. One 0 count to Warden. There's the pitch. It's low, and it's 2-0. So Tebbett's having a little bit of problems finding the zone here. The last 2 batters after striking out the first batter. 2-0. Swan, there's a base hit to left field. On his horse's haul, it goes all the way to the wall. Rounding third is Love, but he'll hold up there, and Warden will have a double. His second hit of the game. And that'll bring up Vaughn. Mark Vaughn, the third baseman, who also had a single. The 6th hit of the game for Arkansas Tech, as Gage comes to the mound to talk to Tebbets. No movement yet in the Reddy bullpen. Arkansas Tech 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. The Reddies 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Coach Hooten makes his way in front of the dugout and positioning the defense. It looks like maybe getting somebody up here. Runners on second and third, and the first pitch from Tebbets inside corner for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Just a bit outside, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second is Warden. Love is at third. Here's the 1-1 from Tebbets. Swung on a miss, took something off of it, and now it counts 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strikeout would be big here for the right-hander. Here's the 1-2 coming from Tebbets. High and away. And now it's 2-2. Tebbets, a 6'1" junior from Winsboro, Texas. 2-2 count. Here's the delivery. Off speed, got him looking. Froze Vaughn like a deer in the headlights. Now they're 2 away. And that'll bring up McDermott. McDermott had it popped up on the infield. Back in the second inning. Tebbett's first offering. Just outside, and it's trying to paint that outside part of the plate. Now it's 1-0. Reddy students didn't like that call. Nice little student contingent following the Reddy this year. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball to third. Cruzel's going to have to hurry. Great play by A.J. Cruzel to play on the other end by Hunter Mayo, and the Reddies get out of it. So in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. They leave 2 runners stranded. We move to the bottom half of the third inning. Henderson State 3, Arkansas Tech 2. We'll take a timeout and come back with the Reddies, half of the third inning.
Because I don't have any in
Bottom half of the third inning, due up for the Reddies, Taylor, Cruzel, and Hawkins. And the way the Arkansas Tech's hitting ball, the Reddies need to get some offense going here themselves. They lead it 3-2. Taylor doubled in the first inning, hit a shot right down the right field line. He didn't play last week, and he was injured. He injured against the Arkansas Fort Smith game when he was pitching. So he's been out a couple weeks, and he's back in the lineup as he takes the first pitch from Skelton for ball one. Swings and misses. Looks like he wanted to drive that pitch to Gurdon. There's the 1-1. In there for a called strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He did hit a towering shot last year in Cary, North Carolina at the national championships. Here's the 1-2, and there's a shot to left field for a base hit. Taylor's 2 for 2 today. So the Reddies leadoff runner on here to start the bottom half of the third inning, and A.J. Cruzel steps to the plate. Sacrifice fly back in the first inning. Cruzel from the Buckeye State at Ohio, the heart of it all. That's something him and I both in common. Cruzel's from Cincinnati. As the pitch gets away from the catcher, and Taylor will slowly get down to second, but cannot beat. Oh, yeah, they say he's in there. And Taylor took a chance. Taylor not with the graced with the swiftest of speed, but was able to get down to second base. Cruzel's got a duck on the pond there. Fouls this one out of play, and the count now 1-1. Darius Hawkins on deck. And then Jared Gage. He's like to get at least one of those runs back that Arkansas Tech scored in the second. Here's the 1-1 from Skelton. Low for ball 2, 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Jordan Taylor standing at second base after a single and advancing to second on a wild pitch. Barely getting to second base as the next pitch is way outside, and it's 3-1. AJ, a switch hitter, hitting from the left side, and here's that 3-1 sit dead red pitch for all hitters. You know, he wants to deliver one right down the heart of the plate and see if AJ will sit back and drive it. He hits it right back up the middle to the second baseman. Dylan McDermott will throw AJ out at first, but Taylor will move over to second base. So he moved the runner over, and that's what you needed to do with nobody out. Knowing that a fly ball, a good chance to score. Single definitely scores Taylor, and now to Darius Hawkins. Steps to the plate, hitting .265. The strikeout victim back in the first inning. Wants to put something in play here. There's the pitch. Swung on a miss for a strike one. There's the 1-0-1. Downstairs, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. High, and it's 2-1. 2-1 to senior from Commerce, Texas. Here's the delivery. Outside, and it's 3-1. Here's the 3-1 delivery. And they walked him. So Hawkins will run down to first base. Runners on the corners, and Jared Gage will step to the plate. Gage singled back in the first. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. You can send us a message on, follow us on social media at Reddies Athletic on Twitter. And And the first pitch gets away, and here comes Taylor. He'll try to score from third, and he will on the wild pitch. Hawkins will run down to second base, and the throw gets into the center field. Hawkins into third, and he'll get there on the air by the catcher. So, first error of the game. And the Reddies have plated a run on a wild pitch, and now Hawkins stands at third base. And now Coach Dawson wants to talk to his pitcher, and now he brings everybody in. So, aggressive base running, red ball and dirt quickly, and that ball bounced high in front of the plate. Taylor trotted home. Hawkins round second. And catcher King tried to throw Hawkins down at second base, and it got out into the center field, and Hawkins just kept on going to third. And now, anything hit to the right side will drive in a run with Hawkins' speed here. 1-0 count to the batter, Jared Gage, who's looking for his second hit of the ball game. As the Reddies now lead it by a score of 4-2. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Arkansas Tech. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Reddies. And the first pitch, next pitch is a strike. Now the 1-1. Swung on, and Gage is down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just need to make contact with it. High and away, and it's 2-2. Skelton working quickly. Not even letting the batters get set. Now he'll kick and deliver. Here's the 2-2. Inside, and it's 3-2. Full count to Jared Gage. Hawkins 90 feet away. Skelton, payoff pitch. Delivers. Swung on and missed. First strike 3. That brings up Amo. Alex Morgan hitting 194 now. He had a base hit back in the first inning. And the pitch bounces into dirt, or bounces into turf for strike 1. Or for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. High, and it's 2-0. Jacob Gall waits on deck if Amo should reach. Here's the 2-0. There's a shot to right field. Will it drop? No. The second baseman gets out there and gets it. Dylan McDearman for the final out of the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit. There is 1 error and 1 runner left on base. We've played 3 innings. Henderson State 4, Arkansas Tech 2. Back after a break with the 4th inning here with Henderson State baseball. Move to the top half of the fourth inning. Henderson State leads it by a score of 4-2. Arkansas Tech scored 2 runs in the second. The Reddies 3 runs in the first and 1 in the third. And due up is Blake King, Parker Odell, and back to the top of the lineup with Marcus Wilson. King steps in. Was hit by a pitch back in that second inning when Arkansas Tech played a couple runs. Here's a fly ball to center field. Hawkins will take a couple steps in, and he'll make the play for 1 pitch, 1 out. And that's exactly what Tabbets needs. You'd like to have some quick innings. Parker Odell now comes to the plate. He singled back in that second inning. Pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Beautiful new facility here a renovated facility here at Clydeberry Field. The synthetic surface, a new outfield fence, new wall all the way around, new seating area, paved parking lot as the pitch. It's a ground ball to Amo at second base. He's up with it quickly to first and 2 away. Thanks to the Henderson State administration and the efforts of Sean Jones, our athletic director, and our president, Glenn Jones, and everyone that helped contribute to making this one of the nicest places to play college baseball, as Wilson will step in there. He's 1 for 2. If you haven't been to Clydeberry Field, you've plenty of time as we're early in the season. A great atmosphere, a great place to watch a ball game. Bring your lawn chair and watch the Reddies play as the first pitch is high for ball 1. We'll have a dedication of a rededication of the field on March 25th. As the next pitch is high, that's when Southern Arkansas is in town for a 3-game set. It's a 2-0. In there for strike 1. Ready baseball team also hosted a golf scramble on April 8th over at to Gray, as here's the 2-1 pitch. Fly ball to left field, and Alan Hall was there to make the play, and that was a quick inning, exactly what Tebbets needed. 3 up and 3 down in the inning. We moved to the bottom of the 4th. Henderson State 4, Arkansas Tech 2. We'll take a timeout and come back and talk about that golf tournament and how you can register, as well as the ready half of the 4th inning. We'll take one timeout.
Let's go see how bad
Down 6-2 in the second game, in the 5th inning. Get your laptop out and start writing that story. We move to the bottom half of the 4th inning, and with the Reddies on top by a score of 4-2 here in this first of 3-game set with Arkansas Tech, a Great American Conference Series. Jake Gall will step to the plate, hitting .308, grounded out to first, back in the 1st inning. Here's the pitch, high for ball 1. And the Ready Golf Tournament is, of course, benefit Henderson State baseball. 4-man scramble starting at 10 o'clock on April 8th. As the next pitch is in there for a strike. We'll have more information. We'll send that out, as well as next pitch was fouled back in the glove, 1-2. Get information on that tournament, or you can call the baseball office at 870-230-5071. There's foul ball, the left side. Out. After the golf tournament that night, Henderson State plays Northwestern Oklahoma State at 6 p.m. And then Saturday, a doubleheader at 1. They moved that game doubleheader back to 1 o'clock start. As next pitch is high for ball 2. Because on April 9th at 11 o'clock is the Sporty Bowl, the annual football spring game. So that's at 11 at Carpenter Haygood Stadium. And then you got some baseball afterwards as the next pitch is inside for ball 3. It's 3-2. So April 9th, mark your calendars for a day here at Henderson State. Carpenter Haygood Stadium, the spring game at 11, and doubleheader baseball with the Reddies at 1. Here's a ground ball chopper to the second baseman, McDermott. He's over to first with the first out. Brings up the shortstop number 1, Matt Evans. Evans now hitting 143. Struck out looking back in the second inning when Skelton struck out the side looking. Skelton now has 5 strikeouts here in the first 4 innings. Pitch. Evans tries to square around a bunt, pops it up, out of play, and the count 0-1. So the 0-1 to Evans. Inside for ball 1, the senior from Cabot, Arkansas. Here's the 1-1. Chop right to the first baseman. He smothers it, does Love, and he'll step and touch the bag for the, actually he'll flip it over to the pitcher for the second out of the inning. Left fielder Alan Hall back to the top of the lineup for the Reddies. He's walked and struck out looking here in this game. Hall, a transfer from Longview Community College. First pitch fouled back. Left-handed hitter, 5'7", 167-pounder. Now the pitch, 0-1. Hall tries to lay one down. He's down to first. Easily he'll make it. Nice play. Perfect bunt by Alan Hall as Mark Vaughn had no chance to get him. And now Hall with his first hit of the game, and that'll bring up Hunter Mayall. Mayall 1 for 2. Is a single and a strikeout. 6th hit of the ball game for Henderson State. Pitch. In there for a called strike. Try to get Hall back at first. He's back in safely. Love to see Mayall get one of his doubles. He's due. Not a double in a while. Right field, Josh Watkins playing way over to the right, while the center fielder, Marcus Wilson, is playing just to the left of second base. So nice gap in right center field. 1-1 count to Mayall. Here's the pitch. In there for a called strike. Looking awful low, but our plate umpire is calling those low strikes. So now, again, Mayall's down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, and catcher King will have to throw down the first, and that'll do it for the Reddies here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We've played 4, Henderson State 4, Arkansas Tech 2. We'll take a timeout and come back with the 5th inning of more Henderson State baseball. Move to the top half of the fifth inning. Due up for Arkansas Tech. O'Neal, Watkins, and Love. O'Neal, the shortstop for Arkansas Tech. 0 for 2 on the night. Takes the first pitch from Tebbets, in there for a called strike. O'Neal, a senior from Phoenix, Arizona, transfer from Paradise Valley Community College. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to the shortstop, Evans, over to first. Nice play, one away. Evans went to his right, a few steps, fired it across the horn, and quickly there's one away, and that'll bring up Watkins, who's 0 for 2 as well tonight. Watkins grounded out and struck out. His first offering's outside for ball 1. Next pitch is low, and the count's 2-0. Pitch from Tebbets. High, and it's 3-0. You don't want to get in trouble now with the big heart of the lineup coming up for Arkansas Tech. Here's the 3-0. Called strike 1, 3-1. Here's the 3-1 delivery. Foul back, and now we're all even 3-2. Count full to Watkins. Tebbets payoff pitch. Check swing, walked him. And that's the second walk issued by Tebbets, and that'll bring up Kyle Love. The dangerous hitter hit the home run back in the second, walked in the third. The meat of the lineup due up for Arkansas Tech here with 1 out in the 5th inning. Tebbets yet to retire the next 2 hitters. First pitch. Called strike, took something off of it. Watkins down at first after the walk. Here comes the 0-1. Nope, he'll go back to first. Chase Watkins back into the bag. The 0-1 delivery. Swung on and fouled, and it's now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. I'm going to talk about this pitch with Tebbets. May cross the gauge up just a bit. Don't want to make a mistake here. Let's see where Tebbets delivers. See if it goes down and inside or high and tight. But well, gauge is setting up on the outside part of the plate. And the pitch, way outside and high. Well, ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. See if that was a setup pitch here. It's the 1-2. High fly to center field. Hawkins is on his horse. He's going back and makes the catch on the track. Runner will tag and go to second base, but Hawkins went a long way to get it. And there's 2 away, and runner Watkins trots down to second base. Caleb Warden now steps in, He's 2 for 2, a single and a double. Playing the top half of the 5th inning, the Reddies lead it by a score of 4-2. Runner in scoring position at second base is Watkins, 2 away. Warden steps in. Tebbets' first offering. In there for a called strike. Tebbets taking his time now. He steps off. Wants Gage to go through his signs again. Watkins getting the lead at second. 0-1 count to the batter. Warden, here's the pitch. Called strike 2. Now, way ahead of the count is Tebbets. Now, Tebbets calls timeout. He wants to talk to Gage. Oh, 2 count. The left-handed hitter, Warden, steps in. Here comes the pitch from Luke Tebbets. Ground. Foul ball down the right field side. And the count will remain 0 balls, 2 strikes. Tebbets looking to get his 21st strikeout of the season here. Got 3 this game. And now the 0-2. Just outside. Wanted to see if Warden would chase it. And the count's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tebbets taking plenty of time out there on the mound. Now he's ready to deliver. Here's the pitch. Swung on a ground ball. Nice play by the second baseman. Morgan up with it, and he got him! Beautiful play by Amo. The diving play to save a run, and the Reddies are out of the inning. Alex Morgan with the web gem. Christopher Columbus, he discovered it. And the Reddies get out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave a runner stranded. We move to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Henderson State 4, Arkansas Tech 2 will take a timeout and come back with the ready half of the 5th here on Henderson State Baseball. Bottom half of the 5th inning, Henderson State leads it by a score of 4-2. Jordan Taylor steps to the plate for the Reddies. Already with 2 hits, now hitting .353. Let's see if Jordan can keep a hot bat. Try to get the Reddies going and get a couple more runs here. So he starts the fourth inning. Zach Skelton still the pitcher, and he delivers the first pitch high to Taylor. And quickly he delivers, and there's a high fly ball to left field. Left fielder comes in, and it's Parker Adele, and he makes the catch. High into the Arkansas sky. And now the third baseman, A.J. Cruzel, steps to the plate looking for his first hit of the game. He's 0 for 1 and a sacrifice fly back in the first inning. From the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Fly ball foul out of play. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled to left field side and out of play, and now it's 0-2. Now the 0-2. Fights it off, and again, foul ball to the left side. And now right back up the middle, and base hit for A.J. Cruzel. Skelton had to do a little tap dance to avoid it. And Cruzel with his first hit of the game. Now, Tadarius Hawkins will step in looking for his first hit. He struck out and walked, hitting .265 on the season. The 7th hit of the game for Henderson State as we play in the 5th inning. Pitch low for ball 1. Blake King did a good job in keeping it from going back to the backstop. Hawkins pitch in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Now we chase Cruzel back into the bag at first. Now Skelton's 1-1. Low for ball 2. It's 2-1. Jared Gage on deck for the Reddies. Balls, 1 strike. There goes the runner. Nice hit and run. Cruzel will get into second base. They'll get Hawkins at first. And Jared Gage will come to the plate. 1 for 2 today. Strikeout and a walk. Gage should reach, Alex Morgan would step in. Here's the pitch. He checks swing, but they say he did go, and it's strike 1. So 0-1 count to Gage. The pitch swung on a fly ball to left field, curving and foul, and it's going to go out of play. The count now 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. A.J. Cruzel at second base. 0-2 delivery. Called strike 3, and that'll do it for the Reddies in the fifth. No runs, one hit, no errors, one runner left on base. We've played 5. Henderson State 4, Arkansas Tech 2. We'll take a break, come back with the 6th inning here with Henderson State baseball. Two runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Arkansas Tech. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Reddies as we play here in the top half of the 6th inning. Due up for Arkansas Tech, Mark Vaughn, Dylan McDearman, and Blake King. Vaughn 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. And the first pitch. Ground ball foul for strike 1. Oh, 1 count to Vaughn. And the pitch from Tebbets. In there for called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So 0-2 count. And the pitch. Just a bit outside, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's the 1-2. Chopper right back to Alex Morgan. He'll go to first, and there's 1 away. Brings up McDearman. 0 for 2 today. Popped up on the infield and grounded out the third. Back in the 3rd inning. Teppa's first pitch. Fly ball to center field. Hawkins is going to get on his horse. He's going back, and he runs it down. Tadarius Hawkins with that speed runs down Dearman's bid for extra bases, and now there are 2 away. Catcher Blake King now steps in with 2 away. Pitch from Tebbets in there low for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the next pitch. Fly ball, left field, curving, foul, and out of play for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to King. There's the pitch from Tebbets. Breaking ball high for ball 1. Or ball 2, 2-1. Here's the pitch high. And the count now. 3-1. Here's 3-1. In there for strike 2. So 3-2 count. And now the payoff pitch from Tebbets. Swung on and missed, struck him out. The fourth strikeout recorded by Tebbets. And the Wonder Boys go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We move to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Henderson State 4, Arkansas Tech 2. We'll take a quick break and come back with the ready half of the 6th inning here for Henderson State baseball. Move to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Henderson State leads it by a score of a 4-2. Alex Morgan will come to the plate, 1 for 2 on the day with a single. And the first pitch in there for a strike. Now 0-2 count, and Skelton's working quickly, and Amo fouls it back. And now the 0-2. Ground to foul, and we'll do it all again. The 0-2. Amo foul, right field side. They give chase, and they won't come up with it. And the count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Got to chase some baseballs and then check the injury out in it looks like first baseman Love ran into the fence or ran into the wall and scraped his hand a little bit. Reddies with 7 hits this evening with a 4-2 lead as we play in the bottom of the 6th inning. And looks like after the athletic trainer from Arkansas Tech takes care of our first baseman, we're ready to go. Pitch, Amo, ground ball to the third baseman. Vaughn over to first for the first out. brings up Jake Gall. 0 for 2 today. Gall hitting from the left side. And the first pitch from Skelton. High for ball 1. So, ball's 1. Next pitch. In there for a strike, and the count now 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on, took something off of it and missed. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jacob Gall. Here's 1-2. Pop it to the left side. Going back is Colin O'Neill, and he'll make the play, the shortstop, for the second out. Shortstop Matt Evans will step in. 0 for 2. First pitch from Skelton. High for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Quickly, Skelton's working a base hit right back up the middle. So Evans with his first hit gets away from the center fielder Marcus Wilson momentarily, but not far enough for Evans to go anywhere. And the Reddies have collected their 8th hit of the game. And Alan Hall will step back in. 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. The left-handed hitter, leadoff batter for the Reddies. Up for the 4th time tonight. He walked in the first, struck out looking in the second, singled in the 4th, and he takes the first pitch from Skelton here in the 6th. Low for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Skelton. In their first strike, and the count now 1-1. Skelton working quickly, not giving the batters any chance to get set much in that box. And now the 1-1. Fouled straight back, and the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 away as we play in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Two away. There goes Evans. There's a fly ball to left field. Going back on his Parker Odell. He camps under it and makes the play, and that'll do it for the Reddies in the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left on base. We've played 6. Henderson State 4, Arkansas Tech 2. We'll take a timeout and come back with the 7th inning. You're listening to Henderson State Baseball. Well, we move to the 7th inning as Henderson State leads at 4-2, and Luke Tebbets will stay on for the Reddies. He's gone 6 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, walked 2, struck out 4, giving up a double and a home run, 1 wild pitch. First pitch from Tebbets. Low for ball 1. Pitch, check swing, and one goes back to Tebbets. Tebbets underhands it to Mail, and there are one away here in the top half of the 7th inning. A little excuse me swing by Parker Odell. And now we get to the top of the lineup, Marcus Wilson. First pitch high to Wilson, who's 1 for 3. He singled in the first inning, struck out, and flew out to left. And now the 1-0 from Tebbets. Popped up and foul out of play, and 1 ball, 1 strike. A couple guys loosening up in the Ready bullpen. Just loosening up, nothing serious right now. Making his way down is Blake Patterson, the freshman from Benton, Arkansas. One ball, 1 strike to Wilson, the center fielder for Arkansas Tech. Here's the 1-1. Called strike 2 right down the heart of the plate. Tebbets would love to get through the 7th inning here. Here's the 1-2. Low for ball 2, 2-2. Try to see if Wilson would go after it. Had a little speed on that one, a little velocity. Shakes off Gage, and now he'll ask for him to run through the signs again. Now the 2-2. High, got away from him. And now the count's full. Here's the payoff pitch. Out of play, and then we'll do it all over again. A 3-2 count to Marcus Wilson, the junior from Bryant, Arkansas. Here's the delivery. Chopper right back to Matt Evans at short, a liner, and that'll be the second out of the inning. That brings up O'Neill. Colin O'Neill for Arkansas Tech. 0 for 3. Popped up foul. First base side to Hunter Mail in the first. Grounded into fielder's choice in the second and grounded out to Evans back into fourth. He fouls this one out of play, and it's 0-1. So 0-1 count to O'Neill. Here's the pitch from Tebbets. It's 1-1 as it gets away from Gage. The 1-1 delivery. High and inside for ball 2, 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. There's the payoff. Fouled out of play, and it's 2-2. Two count to the batter, O'Neill. The shortstop for Arkansas Tech. Tebbets looks for a sign from Gage. He has it now. He'll kick and deliver. Shot right to the third baseman, Cruzel. Cruzel up with it. Over to first. Right to Mail. Got him. Good play by Cruzel. Just hang with it and throw it across the horn for the final out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. We're stretching them out here at Clyde Berry Field as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Henderson State 4. Arkansas Tech 2 will take a timeout and come back with the ready 7th inning here of Henderson State baseball. Back here in the bottom half of the seventh inning, Arkansas Tech has made a pitching change as Lane Norwood will step in, the right-handed junior from Colleyville, Texas. Norwood, 0.93 earned run average. This is his 8th appearance. Pitched 9 2/3 innings, given up 8 hits, but struck out 7. Opponents hitting 222 off of him, and he'll face Hunter Mayall. And the first pitch to Mayall is high for ball 1. That closes the book on Skelton. 6 runs, 8 hits, or 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, 2 wild pitches, as he is on the hook for the loss if the game should remain as is, as the next pitch is a strike to Mayall and another strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mayall. Now's the 1-2. Fly ball to the center fielder, and Wilson will make the play for the first out. Jordan Taylor to come to the plate for the Reddies. Looking for his 3rd hit. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a single. The designated hitter for the Reddies. Norwood's offering down low for ball 1. Interesting to see if Tebbets comes back out in the 8th or if the Reddies have a change. Pitch outside for ball 2. Of course, Henderson would like to get a couple runs. Here's the 2-0. High, and it's 3-0. Reddy scored 3 runs in the first, 1 in the third. Arkansas Tech scored 2 in the second, and that's it. It's been all zeros since. Bunch of goose eggs on the board as the 3-0 pitch is down the heart of the plate for strike 1 to Jordan Taylor. Now the 3-1. Deep fly ball to right center field, going back on its Wilson, and it's out of here. Goodbye, Mr. Spalding. A solo home run for Jordan Taylor over the right center field fence, and the Reddies have increased their lead to 5-2 on the bomb, the 4th home run of the season, by Jordan Taylor. And now A.J. Cruzel steps in the plate, the 3rd baseman for the Reddies. He fouls this one back. Count now, strike 1. Taylor hit that deep into the Arkansas sky. Next pitch outside for ball 1. He's had a day after a week off. He's 3 for 4 with a single, a double, and a home run. Next pitch inside on Cruzel, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Henderson has 9 hits, and Taylor has 3 of them. So 2-1 count to Cruzel. Pitch inside corner. It's 2-2. A lot of action in the Henderson State bullpen. I think Tebbets night's probably done. There's a shot. There's a base hit to right center. The 10th hit for the Reddies. A.J. Cruzel delivers his 2nd hit of the game. And now Tadarius Hawkins steps to the plate for the Reddies. Henderson State now 10 hits tonight. Hawkins looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout and a ground out. Pitch low, and that's 1-0. So 1-0 count to Hawkins. There goes Cruzel, throw down to second base, and they did not get him. The pitch is a strike, and Cruzel's in there with a stolen base. Looked like the ball was there, but Cruzel slid around it. And Coach Dawson's going to come out and talk to our base umpire, Daniel Rios. Don't think he liked the call. Cruzel, a crafty ball player. He does all these extra things that can deceive the opposition, but that time he just slid around the tag. Coach Dawson didn't like the call. It's not going to change as Cruzel's down at second base. 1-1 count on Tadarius Hawkins. Hitting from the left side. Hawk looking for his first hit of the game. The pitch high, and it's 2-1. Hawk like nothing better to put one in that right field corner here. Here's a 2-1. Gets away from the catcher. Wild pitch. Cruzel will trot down to third base. And it's now 3-1. Now, put something in the outfield, and the Reddies will put another run on the board. Do your job here. 3-1 pitch. This is where the hitter's going to sit dead red. The infield will be drawn in here. For a hitter, it increases your average 100 points. Here's the pitch. Foul out of play. When that infield drawn in, it makes a 250 hitter or a 350 hitter. Because they don't have as... Can't get to the ball as quick. Here's the 3-2 payoff. Outside, ball 4. They walked him. Now the runners are on the corners. Jared Gage will step to the plate. And Gage, 1 for 3. He singled in the first inning. And when the Reddies needed it, he struck out the last 2 times up. But now he's got some ducks on the pond, so now you just want to put the bat on the ball and drive it a little bit. Get you that run. So Gage will step in. Hawkins at first, Cruzel at third. You can bet Hawkins is going to steal sometime, and now we're going to have a visit to the mound by Arkansas Tech coach. He's going to come talk to Norwood, his hurler. So tomorrow, a doubleheader starting at noon here. We will not have a live feed broadcast, as we will be broadcasting basketball's last home games, as the Henderson State women will take on Northwestern Oklahoma at 1. And then follow that with the men's game. And once we get through basketball season, we'll have a lot more Henderson State baseball on the video stream. But you can follow us on our live stats. We'll have live stats throughout the doubleheader at hsusports.com. We'll keep you up to date with all the action of all of our sporting events: baseball, softball, men's basketball, women's basketball. Of course, you can always follow us on social media, on Twitter at Reddies, at Reddies Athletics. And now they're going to make a pitching change, and we'll take a quick timeout and come back with that pitching change. Your score: Henderson State 5, Arkansas Tech 2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Reddies have runners on the corners with 1 away. We'll take a quick timeout. Rugging. Rugging.
Now pitching number 34, Ryan Rugging.
Well, an Arkansas Tech pitching change as number 34, Ryan Rugging, comes in, a 6'2", 205-pound senior from Clearbrook, Texas. And Jared Gage will step to the plate for the Reddies. And they got the runner picked off at first base as Hawkins is picked off. Pitch high for ball one. Next pitch is low for ball three, and it's 3-0. Next pitch is high, fly ball to the center fielder, or left fielder, and that'll do it. But the Reddies get one run on 2 hits, and they leave a runner stranded. We move to the 8th inning. Henderson State 5, Arkansas Tech 2. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Henderson State Baseball. What did Mayall do last time? Struck out? No. Flew out the center field. Yeah.
Now pitching for the Reddies, number 24, Blake Patterson.
Okay, then we had a lineup card, and then Tech was, who was that? Verdu's for pitch? Yeah, for Blink, I got him. And what did Gage just do? Popped up, didn't he? We got Patterson pitching, right? Well, we move to the 8th inning. Henderson State leads it by a score of 5-2, and the Reddies have a pitching change as Blake Patterson will step in for the Reddies. Well, left-hander, or the right-handed freshman from Benton, Arkansas. Patterson a 1.26 ERA, 1-0 on the season. This is his 6th appearance. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings and struck out 15 batters. Tebbets, I closed the books on him. 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. They had 1 hit batter. As we play here in the top of the 8th and due up for Arkansas Tech is the meat of the lineup as Josh Watkins steps up and he hits a deep fly ball to center field, but Hawkins is there for the first out. So quick pitch and an out, and that's what you'd like to see with this part of the lineup. Now Kyle Love will come to the plate for Arkansas Tech. He's homered, walked, and hit a deep fly ball to center field. And Patterson would like to get through this quick and not have to face this part of the lineup again. Pitch in there for a strike. Patterson throwing a little bit of velocity there. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Arkansas Tech as the pitch on the outside cart. Strike 2. Reddies 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Patterson's ready to pitch. The 0-2 delivery coming. Swung deep fly ball to center field. Goes Hawkins back, and it's out of here. Dead center field. Solo home run. Second home run today for the big freshman.
Designated hitter number 45, Caleb Gordon.
Designated hitter Warden steps in. Pitch inside for ball 1. Next pitch, fly ball to left field, but going foul and out of play. Count now 1-1. So 1-1 count to Warden. Outside, and it's 2-1. Pitch in there for a called strike. And the count now 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Patterson. Inside for ball 3. So count full here as we play in the 8th. Reddies on top 5-3. Here's the payoff pitch from Patterson to Warden. Laced foul just down the left field side, and we'll do it again. So 3-2 count as we play in the top of the 8th after the second home run of the day by Love. Now's a pitch. Base hit to the left center field, and Hawkins will come over, and Warden will reach with a single. His 3rd hit of the day. And now Vaughn will step in. Vaughn 1 for 3 with a single, and now Coach Cody Hooten will head to the mound to talk to his pitcher Patterson. Action in the Ready bullpen. Hit the ball hard all 3 times on Patterson. He got the first out, but then gave up the home run to Love, and then another base hit to Warden. And Vaughn steps in. Reddies clinging to a 5-3 lead, and Arkansas Tech now with 8 hits. Now the meeting breaks from the mound, and Vaughn will step back in. 3 runs, 8 hits now, and 1 error for Arkansas Tech. 5-10-0 for the Reddies. Now Patterson will look over at first base at Warden, and will kick and fire outside for ball 1. Now we got a time. Whatever it was. Well, car lights are on top of the hill. Something we hadn't had that problem with in the previous years until this year. The new lights here at Clyde-Berry Field. One 0 count. Throw the back in the bag, just Warden go diving and just gets in there. Vantio warming up in the Ready bullpen. Pitch low for ball 2, 2-0. Well, you'd like to try to get a double play and get out of this. Patterson's too low offering. In there for a strike, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 away here as we play in the top of the 8th. 5-3 Reddies, but Arkansas Tech threatening, and now it's 3-1. And you got to think if Vaughn reaches, this may be it for Patterson. 3-1 pitch coming. The hitter's pitch with a runner on first. The pitch, Swan, base hit to right field. Arkansas Tech has runners on first and second with 1 away. And that'll bring up McDearman. Dylan McDearman, the second baseman for Arkansas Tech. He's 0 for 3, looking for his first hit of the game. And Coach Cody Hooten is making his way to the mound. And we'll have a pitching change. So we'll take a brief timeout and come back with the rest of this 8th inning as Henderson State's holding on to a 5-3 lead.
Your attention, now pitching number 29, Nick Vantio.
A ready pitching change as Nick Vantio comes in for the Reddies. Vantio, 2.89 ERA. He's 1-2 on the year with 1 save. He's pitched 9 in the 3rd inning, struck out 8 batters. But offense has been hitting .314 against him here in the early going. Trying to get back on track like he did last year. He had nation-leading 14 saves 14 saves last year. But not has been as effective here in the early going. Still early part of the season. But he's coming in a situation with runners on first and second and only one away. And Reddies holding on to a 5-3 lead. 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Arkansas Tech. 5-10-0 for the Reddies. Again, another doubleheader tomorrow at noon. Live stats will be available through our website. As Henderson State men's and women's basketball play their final regular season games tomorrow. The women at 1, the men at 3. So Vantio will face McDermott. McDermott entered as a .333 hitter with 9 RBIs on the year. Only struck out twice. And 25 at bats over plate appearances. The pitch is high for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Runner on first is Vaughn. Warden at second. The 1-0. High again, 2-0. Vantio up with everything here in the early part of this one. Here's the 2-0 from Vantio. Again, high for ball 3. And Vantio doesn't look comfortable on that mound. On the verge of loading the bases here in the top of the 8th inning. Pitch in there for a strike. 3-1 count. Vantio's 3-1 offering. Called strike 2. Inside corner. Let's see if he breaks one off or just goes after him. Payoff pitch from the senior right-hander. He gets away. Low in the dirt for ball 4. And now the bases are loaded for Blake King. And King 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch and struck out. Reddies need a double play ball here. Base is full of Wonder Boys with one away. Here's the first pitch. Strike 1. Arkansas Tech with 3 hits here in the inning. Next pitch. Oh, gets away, but all the way to the backstop and back. So nobody's able to get back to home plate as it came right back to Gage. 1-1 count. So Vantio having just a little bit of difficulties here. Here's the 1-1. High, and it's 2-1. So 2-1 count to King. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. It's 2-2. So 2-2 count. Bases loaded for Wonder Boys. The Reddies on top 5-3 as we play in the top of the 8th inning. Vantio in. And a 2-2. Bounced it into the turf, and it's full count. Payoff pitch coming. No place to put him. Vantio's payoff pitch hits him. And it's now a 5-4 game. Still with one away. So after the first out, a home run, a pair of singles, a walk, and a hit batter. And it looks like we may have a pinch hitter. Zach Klakowski looks like he's going to pinch hit for Odell. So Klakowski will step in, another big guy. Arkansas Tech has a huge lineup. Klakowski, 6'4", 225. And you look at this roster, and there's a lot of 220-plus players, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", to this Arkansas Tech team. And Klakowski could do a lot of damage to left-hander. Here's Vantio's pitch, high and away for ball one. A 5-4 score. Bases loaded here in the top of the 8th with one away. Outside, and it's 2-0. No action in the Ready bullpen. Here's the 2-0. There's a shot. Line drive to the first baseman. Back to second. Got the double play and out of it. Alex Morgan heads up, throws it over to the shortstop, Matt Evans, and they get the twin kill in. Great heads-up play by Amo. And the Reddies are out of the big jam. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. They leave 2 runners stranded. We move to the bottom of the 8th. Arkansas Tech trails the Reddies now, 5-4. Henderson State coming up here in the bottom 8th. We'll take a timeout. Well, Arkansas Tech will make a pitching change as a side armor. Brandon Boslav will come in and pitch. Boslav 1-1 on the season, 6.48 ERA, 8 1/3 innings of work. He has struck out 6, walked 2. Opponents hitting .375. And how many times do you see this? The guy makes a great play in the field, leads off the inning as Alex Morgan will step into the plate for the Reddies here. We'll start things off here in the 8th inning. He's 1 for 3. Great double play turn there to end the inning. Imo, the sophomore from Little Rock. Playing the 8th inning here. 5-4, Reddies lead it. And he tries to lay down a bunt right back to Boslav. He'll throw the first, and he'll get the first out. That'll bring up Jake Gall. Gall looking for his first hit of the game. Gall, left-handed hitter, a senior transfer from El Dorado, Arkansas, went to Newman University, and he takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Outside, and it's 2-0. The 2-0. Outside, and it's 3-0. So 3 straight balls delivered to Gall. And finally, a strike delivered. Matt Evans on deck for the Reddies. Need a base runner here. Gall tries to lay down a bunt and fouls. And it's now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming from Boslav. Fouled back into the net and will remain 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. The payoff swung on and missed for strike 3. I'll bring up Matt Evans, the shortstop, 1 for 3 on the night. Singled his last time up back in the 6th inning. There's a ground ball down the first base side. Nice job by the first baseman. Boslav cannot handle it on the flip, and Evans will be safe. He'll reach on an error. And I'm going to call that an E on the pitcher because it was right in his gut. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Alan Hall. Love made a great play, smothered it, and then flipped it to Boslav, but he could not hold it. And that'll bring up Hall. 1 for 3 today. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike. If Hall should reach, Hunter Mayall would step to the plate. Now time is called. Oh, 1 count to Hall. Here goes Evans. Throw is down there and got him. Looked like a high tag, but maybe Coach Dawson's argument back earlier convinced him to make the call. But the Reddies, no runs in the inning, no hits. There was 1 error, nobody left. We move to the 9th. Henderson State 5, Arkansas Tech 4. We'll take a timeout. Come back with the 9th inning of Henderson State baseball. Top of the ninth inning, Arkansas Tech has 1, 2, 3, the top of the order up as Nick Vantillo remains in the game for the Reddies. As Marcus Wilson will step to the plate, 1 for 4 tonight. Let's see, Vantillo got out of trouble with the help of a double play by Alex Morgan. Let's see if he settles down and can get through the ninth. First pitch. Inside corner, strike one. Oh, 1 count. There's the 0-1. Bounces into the turf, and it's 1-1. So 1-1 count. The pitch high, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Called strike 2 on the outside corner of the plate. 2-2 count on Wilson. Vantillo trying to get the Reddies through this one. Here's the 2-2. Chopper to the shortstop, Evans, up with it, over to first, 1 away. That'll bring up O'Neal. O'Neal 0 for 4. The shortstop for Arkansas Tech. One of the best hitters on this Arkansas Tech team, came in hitting .340 on the season with 12 runs scored. See if Vantillo can get through it. The pitch. Swung on there is going to be a base hit to center field. And that'll bring up Watkins, the 3-hole hitter. Now Arkansas Tech with 10 hits. Vantillo first offering to Watkins. Low for ball 1. Runner at first is O'Neal. Here's the 1-0. Outside, and it's 2-0. The 2-0 from Vantillo. Outside. And it's 3-0. The 3-0 delivery, way outside, and he walked him on 4 straight. And now the big hitter comes up. Mr. Love, who's hit 2 bombs already tonight and just missed the 3rd. Gage will go out and talk to Vantillo while Coach Dawson will talk to Love. And I think he's probably going to tell him, wait till you get a strike. Because Vantillo has thrown 5 straight. 5 straight balls. Love gets a hold of one. Could be a 7-5 game in a hurry. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, strike 1. One count. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, wild pitch. Goes all the way back to the backstop. Runners will move up. Bantillo having problems. And Coach Hooten is going to come out and talk to him. As Arkansas Tech now has runners on second and third, the tying run 90 feet away and the go-ahead 180 feet with only one away. A 1-1 count on the top hitter of this team, Love, who's hit 2 home runs tonight. Coaches having conversations with their teams. Cody leaves the mound and breaks up the powwow. And let's see what the Reddies elect to do with Love. On deck is the 5-hole hitter Warden, who also singled his last time up. One count. They have elected to pitch to Love. Shot fouled. And the count's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Huge pitch here. The runners on second and third with 1 away. Reddies holding on to that 5-4 lead. Kyle Love at the plate. Already hit 2 home runs today. And now he steps out. Bantillo has to step off. Comes the 1-2 from Bantillo. Popped him up on the infield. It's going foul. Will they have room to play? Cruzel makes the play in foul territory. 2 away. And now Warden steps up, the designated hitter. Base hit would give Arkansas Tech the lead. Warden already 3 for 4 tonight. Having a big night for the Wonder Boys. First pitch high. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Called strike 1 on the inside corner. Bantillo needs to just keep it right there. A 1-1 count to Warden. Here's the pitch. Bring the ball in the dirt. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Good job by Gage and keeping in front of him. Two balls, 1 strike. Tying run at third to go ahead at second. Play with 2 outs here in the 9th. The 2-1. Low again, and it's 3-1. 3-1 count. Here's that hitter's pitch. High, and he walked him. Bases are loaded now. Mark Vaughn steps to the plate. 2 for 4 tonight. Nowhere to put him. 2 away, bases loaded. We play in the top half of the 9th. Van Til on the hill. The first offering to Vaughn. Called strike one. No balls, one strike. Next pitch. Oh, outside, ball one. And the locals did not like that wall. Pitch has been called strike all night until there. Here's the 1-1. It gets away, and they'll tie it up. A wild pitch ties the game. Two balls, one strike to Vaughn. Two one-count runners at second and third with two away. The pitch. Called strike two. It's a 2-2 count here. And Teal needs to get out of it here. Here's the 2-2. Again, low in the turf, and it's full. Van Til's payoff pitch coming. High for ball four, and the bases are loaded once again. Dylan McDermott will step in. He walked his last time up. Bases full of Wonder Boys as we play tied 5-5 in the top half of the ninth. The pitch called strike one. Pitch high, and it's 1-1. Action now in the Ready bullpen. One count to McDermott. Ball two outside. 2-1. One count. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, the left center field going back is Hall, and he'll make the play for the final out of the inning. But Arkansas Tech has tied it up. One run on one hit, no errors. They leave three runners stranded. We move to the bottom of the ninth, all tied up at 5-5. We'll take a timeout and come back with the ninth inning of Henderson State baseball. Move to the bottom of the ninth inning. Arkansas Tech has tied it up 5-5. The Reddies have the top of the lineup up. Hall, Mayhall, and Taylor. Alan Hall will step in for the Reddies here. The lead off the ninth. Needing a base runner. Bushlov, the pitcher for Arkansas Tech. A little sidewinder in the pitch. Outside for ball one. The 1-0 to Hall. Outside for ball two. Hall needs to get on base for the Reddies. Here's the pitch. In there for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mayall on deck for the Reddies. In there for a called strike 2, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, and it's 3-2. Two pitch coming to Hall. And a shot, a little grounder back to the second baseman. McDermott over to first, 1 away. Brings up Hunter Mayall.
First baseman number 25, Hunter Mayall.
Mayall 1 for 4, and the first pitch outside for ball one. Next pitch outside, and it's 2-0. The 2-0. Way outside, and it's 3-0. There's the 3-0. Outside. Oh. Well, the old complimentary strike into home plate area on 3-0, and it makes it 3-1. Next pitch, that one's outside. Wasn't going to give it to him twice. And the Reddies have the winning run at first base. Jordan Taylor to the plate, who's had a great day. 3 for 4, a single, a double, and a home run. 5-5, bottom of the ninth. As Tech tied it up in the top of the ninth. The Reddies trying to score here in the ninth. Taylor up. First pitch down low for ball one. And now the catcher, King, will come talk to his pitcher. Doubleheader tomorrow, starting at noon. On deck is A.J. Cruzel. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. Now the 1-1. Hunter Mayall gets his lead. Pitch swung fouled into the Reddy dugout. And now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 count to Jordan Taylor. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play, and we'll do it again. Runner at first base is Hunter Mayall. Pitch out of play. Fighting it off is Jordan Taylor. As we play here, bottom of the ninth, tied up 5-5. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jordan Taylor. Again, fighting it off is Taylor. Nice battle between Bushlov and Taylor. Again, fouled out of play. It's 4 straight. Again, the 1-2 count, the pitch. There's a shot to left center field. Will it get down? No, Mayall's going to have to get back to first in a hurry. And he does. Great job by the outfielder to run it down. It looked like it was going to get down. Hung up just a little too long. And that'll bring up A.J. Cruzel. So A.J. Cruzel to the plate for the Reddies. Five as we play in the bottom of the ninth. Mayall at first base. 2 away. Pitch is low for ball 1. If Mayall should reach, Hawkins would step to the plate. Or if Cruzel should reach, Hawkins would step up. There goes the runner. Called strike, and it counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes. And we got Mayall steals second safely. And it counts 1 ball, 1 strike. So a base hit could win the game here. One ball, 1 strike. To put one right over that second baseman's head to finish this one off. Cruzel. Here's the 1-1. Fouls it back, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 to A.J. Cruzel. Fouled out of play, left side. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. High, and it's 2-2. 2-2 count to A.J. Cruz. Swung on, fouled out of play. At second base, 2 away, 5-5, bottom of the ninth. Here's the Again, the 2-2. Fouled out of play. It's 3-2. Cruz would like something to drive right here. Here's the 2-2. High, and it's 3-2. The pitch. Swung on. Right back to the shortstop. Had it. So 3-2 count to A.J. Cruzel. And a great play by Colin O'Neill to rob Cruzel of a hard-hit base hit. And that'll do it for the Reddies here in the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left on base. We're moving to extra innings. Your score, Arkansas Tech 5, Henderson State 5. Back after this break in the action with the extra 10th inning.
Now pitching for Reddies number 9, Jay Hawley.
Henderson State, as we play in the 10th inning, making a pitching change. Jay Hawley will come in, the junior from Queen City, Texas. Hawley, a 9.0 ERA, 0-1 on the season. He's pitched 6 innings, struck out 9, walked 3. He's going to try to keep Arkansas Tech scoreless here in the 10th. Reddies last week played extra innings with Harding in that first game of that series before losing in the 11th. And due up for Arkansas Tech is Blake King.
Now batting for Arkansas Tech, the catcher number 7, Blake King.
See what Hawley can do here in the 10th inning. First offering from Hawley. Called strike 1. Next pitch outside, and it's 1-1. So 1-1 count to King. Here's Hawley's pitch. Check swing, yes, he went, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled down the left field side, and we'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reddies scored 3 runs in the first. a run in the third, and a run in the seventh. And Arkansas Tech scored 2 in the second, 2 in the eighth, and 1 in the ninth. And we stay 5-5 here in the 10th. A 1-2 pitch coming from Jay Holly. Fouled back into the net, and count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Holly gets his sign from Gage, and now he'll kick and deliver high, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Blake King. The delivery. Again, high, and it's 3-2. Walks have been the Achilles for the Reddies. Walked 3 batters last inning, which accounted for the run. There's the 3-2 payoff. Ground ball to the shortstop Evans. Evans over to first. Scoop at first by Mayall. He makes the play for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up left fielder Seth Wheeler. Wheeler up for the first time in this one. And the pitch from Holly. Breaking ball outside for ball 1. The 1-0 in their first strike. So 1-1 count to Wheeler. Here's Holly. His pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So 2 away here in the 10th. And that brings up Marcus Wilson as we go back to the top of the lineup. Wilson 1 for 5, singled in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Bounced into the turf, and it's 1-0. So 1-0 count to Wilson as we played in the top of the 10th, all tied up at 5. Jay Holly on for the Reddies. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Amo at second. Over to first. Has to make a scoop. Cannot. Mayall cannot get the scoop, and it's an error on Alex Morgan as all the great plays he's made, and he couldn't get that one. That'll bring up O'Neal. Singled his last time up. Had plenty of time, and he just threw it down into the turf, and it bounced up on Mayall. Mayall could not hold on to it. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball inside. Oh, called strike 1. Wilson getting a big lead over at first base. It's 1 foot on the green. And a pitch. High fly ball on the infield. Who will get it? Holly gets out of the way. Evans will make the play right by the pitcher's mound for the final out of the inning. So no damage done. No runs, no hits. 1 error, 1 left. We move to the bottom of the 10th. All tied up at 5-5. We'll come back with a ready half of the 10th inning here at Henderson State Baseball. Bottom half of the 10th inning. Reddies have Hawkins, Gage, and Morgan up. Hawkins looking for his first hit of the day. Playing the bottom of the 10th, score tied at 5. Here's the first pitch to Hawkins. Foul down the left field side for strike 1. Chilly night here in Arkadelphia, Arkansas, as we play past the 9 o'clock hour in the top of the 10th inning, or bottom of the 10th inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on. There's a shot down the left field line. And a go for a base hit and extra bases. Rounding first and headed for second is Hawkins. Hawkins will have a stand-up double. Just hugged the line inside the left field side, and Hawkins is standing on second base with a double down the left field line. Darius Hawkins with his first double of the season. And he was motoring as soon as he saw down the line. And Jared Gage is due up, but I think we're going to have a pinch hitter, and yes, we will. Looks like Hayden Lessenberry will step in for the Reddies. Lessenberry hitting .214 on the season. Base hit would win the game here. Of course, you'd like a wild pitch, and then anything hit in the outfield would win you the game. Nobody out here as we play in the bottom of the 10th inning. Leadoff double by Darius Hawkins. There goes the runner. He's headed to third, and he's there. An easy stolen base by Darius Hawkins. He leads the Great American Conference in stolen bases, now with 10 or 11. The winning run's 90 feet away. The infield in, the outfield's coming in. A fly ball wins you the ball game. Anything in the outfield wins you the ball game. And now they're going to come out and discuss this one. Darius Hawkins on his horse with a double, and then the stolen base, the third. 11 stolen bases this year. And that was a key move. He got picked off earlier in the game at first base, and he made up for it there. Lessenberry gets you a fly ball in the outfield and wins you the ball game. Something deep. With Hawkins' speed. And now they're still discussing things. And now our home plate umpire, Brandon Bennett, will break it up as they've been discussing it long enough. The winning run, 90 feet away, nobody out here as we play in the bottom half of the 10th inning. Hayden Lessenberry at the plate. Brings back memories of last year in the NCAA Regional Championship game, the winning run 90 feet away, and Lessenberry delivered the base hit to left field to send Henderson State to the national championships. Don't need a base hit here, just need something in the outfield. The infield is in, drawn in, the outfield is in. 1-0 count to Lessenberry. There's the 1-0. Swung on, foul back. Golden opportunity for the Reddies here. As a hitter, you got to be patient, relax, and just drive it somewhere. The 1-1. A snap throw down the third, and boy, the third baseman for Arkansas Tech, Mark Vaughn, had to save it from going out into the outfield, and he is hurt, and they're calling the athletic trainers. And I think he twisted an ankle coming over the bag. And it was a snap throw down the third. And he did everything he could to keep it from going out into left field. So 2-1 count on the batter, Lessenberry. You hate to see that happen. And a great ball game tonight. We talked about our Great American Conference Tournament and the new format this year. The first weekend in play, matches 8 teams go to the tournament, and 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, and 4 versus 5, with the top 4 seeds hosting a 3-game series with that matchup. And then the 4 winners will advance here to Arkadelphia, here to Clyde-Berry Field, for a double elimination 4-team tournament, May 12th through the 14th, with the winner going on to the regionals. This year, the regionals, our region has 8 teams instead of 6. So it'll be an 8-team regional. So looks like Vaughn is up, and he's walking around a little bit. And they're giving him plenty of time. As Lessenberry's waiting patiently. And taking their time. Again, a doubleheader tomorrow here at noon. As Reddies play most of this 3-game Great American Conference Series. Then again on Tuesday night, Henderson State will play Harding in a non-conference game at 6 p.m. And then next Friday and Saturday, another 3-game Great American Conference Series with Southeastern Oklahoma beginning Friday at 6 p.m. Also on campus tomorrow, men's and women's basketball, final game of the year. The women start things off at 1 and the men at 3 p.m. Ready to back to action. 2-1 count on Lessenberry. Winning run 90 feet away with nobody out. Want to get something in the outfield here. Here's the 2-1. Hitting. And now Reddy's got runners on first and third. If Alex Morgan to the plate. And are they going to call him back, or are they going to let him hit? No, they're going to put a pinch runner in. They're going to put a pinch runner in at first base for Lessenberry. That's Hughes. Byries Hughes will run at first base for the Reddies. And I'm sure Coach Hooten said, don't get picked off. And now, another visit to the mound. And that'll do it, because they got to make a pitching change. That's the second trip this inning. They have to make a pitching change now because this is the second trip this inning. And see who they will bring on. Well, a long discussion. And now our plate umpire will finally make the move to the mound. As looks like Coach Dawson really chewing on his players. I thought they have to make, they have to make the change. They've been in the so Arkansas Tech will make a pitching change. And we'll take a quick breather and come back with that pitching change. And the rest of this one, you're listening to Henderson State Baseball as we play in the bottom of the 10th inning. Score tied at 5-5. Well, new pitcher for Arkansas Tech, Nate Rutherford, a junior from Bryant, Arkansas. And the longest pitching change in the history of baseball, as it's taken about 10 minutes. And Rutherford, 1-0 on the season, 6.35 ERA, 5 2/3 innings of work. He's given up 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .300 against him. Man. Blushlov is on the hook for the loss if the Reddies should score here. Pinch runner at first base is Hughes. Hawkins, but that runner doesn't mean anything. The winning run is 90 feet away, and that's Hawkins, who doubled the lead off the inning and then stole second. And Alex Morgan's coming to the plate for the Reddies. And looks like we're finally ready to play some baseball here. 3 hours and 15 minutes old in this one. And Alex Morgan will step to the plate. He's had some solid defensive plays. Can he come through in the clutch here and give the Reddies the win? So Rutherford to face Morgan. And the first pitch. Inside for ball 1. Got away from the catcher King, but Hughes didn't go anywhere. Would have easily been standing on second base. Should have just went ahead and broke. What did not read that one very well. Oh. Did the old 3 to third to first move. You can't do that in the majors, but you can still do it in the college game. One 1-0 count to Alex Morgan. He offers a bunt at it, and he misses. And they get the runner at third base on a missed bunt. They nail Hawkins at third. He got too far off. And Morgan did not lay down the bunt. And Hughes is standing on first. So now, the double and the stolen base that Hawkins goes for naught. Inside, and it's 2-1. Fundamental game. Got to play it. Got to be able to do the fundamentals. He puts a bat on the ball, and the Reddies win it. 2-1 count. And now, almost picked off Hughes at first. So 2-1 count on Morgan. Ball low, 3-1. Three-one count. Pitch. Chopper foul. Now it's 3-2 on Morgan. And the hit and run. There goes Hughes into second, and it'll be a base hit, infield single. Pitcher Rutherford slipped going to first. And I don't know what the conversation is, but both runners left. And it's a stolen base. Runners on first and second, one away. He's still got an opportunity, but Jake Gall coming to the plate. Jake Gall is hitless tonight, 0 for 4. Oh for 4. Looking for his first hit tonight. Use a wild pitch right here. Here's the first pitch to Gall. In their first strike. No balls, one strike. Bottom of the 10th, tied at 5. Pitch. It's going to fly ball to left field, and nice play by the left fielder for the second out. And I don't know what they called. Oh, they called interference, so none of that counts. Must be catcher's interference. So catcher's interference on the call. And now the bases are loaded. And Matt Evans is due up. And did we call it back? Who we got coming up to the plate? We'll have a pinch hitter for the Reddies. For Matt Evans. And it's Joseph Gary. Knowing that you need a fly ball to win the game. One out. The Reddies still that opportunity to win it here in the 10th. Catcher's interference call on Jake Gall's at bat. So the base is loaded. Bottom of the 10th, one away. Joseph Gary to the plate. The first pitch. Foul ball. 0-1 count to Gary. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. One count. The 1-1. Chopped foul. And it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Joseph Gary. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled over the Reddy dugout, and we'll do it again. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed on the high fastball. Brings up Allen Hall to the plate with 2 outs. Top of the lineup for the Reddies. So Hall, 1 for 4 tonight. He's walked, struck out, singled, flew out, and grounded out. We need a base hit now. First pitch, a strike. Outside, and it's 1-1. One count to Hall. Outside, 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. The base is full of Reddies as we play in the bottom of the 10th, tied at 5. Two, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Outside, it's 3-1. 3-1 count to Allen Hall. The bases are loaded here with 2 away. This will be a take all the way. Here's the 3-1. Now it's 3-2. Everybody's going on this pitch. You either win it or we go to 11. Here we go. 3-2 count. The runner's in motion. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball forward. This one belongs to the Reddies. Henderson State wins it. On the walk, bases loaded walk, and the Reddies had every chance to win it early. Started with a double by Tadarius Hawkins. He stole third, but ended up getting thrown out on the missed bunt. And the Reddies hung with it, and they win it by a score of 6-12, 6-5. For Arkansas Tech, 5 runs on 10 hits, 3 errors. For Henderson State, 6 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. The winning pitcher for the Reddies is Jay Hawley as he came in there in the 10th inning. And he'll improve to 1-1 on the season. So, doubleheader tomorrow at noon. You'll have live stats tomorrow. That'll do it from Clyde Berry Field. Your final, Henderson State 6, Arkansas Tech 5. Good night, everybody.